When a government order suppresses the worship of God, Christians have an obligation to obey God rather than men. Remember, in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar built a statue of gold, and he commanded all his subjects to worship it. What did the friends of Daniel do? Did they worship? No, right? They would rather obey God than obey Nebuchadnezzar. When Peter and Paul were imprisoned, and after they were set free, they were sternly warned not to preach anymore in the name of Jesus Christ. The very next day after they were released from prison, what they were doing? What were they doing? They were preaching door to door. And they said, we would rather obey God than men. In a situation like that, when a government order suppresses the worship of God, we have an obligation to obey God rather than men. So you might see a situation, maybe decades from now, we would have a very anti-Christian government. And they would say, no more Christian gatherings, right? Only a certain religion can gather publicly. And so you cannot do it anymore. Your pastors will tell you, at the risk of being arrested by government, all of you come assemble in this house or in the house of Pastor David, right? He might tell you that. And it's against government orders. But you will do that. Because what? We are called to obey God more than obey men. When government officials suppress our duty and our calling and our desire to worship God. Because God is over every human authority. And human authorities cannot supplant the authority of God. And of course, it comes at a risk. It comes at a risk. If you're a believer in North Korea and you want to worship God, there is a risk. And you must be willing to take that. As you stand against human authorities that dare to put themselves up against the authority of God.